Hello and good afternoon. Here is the news at 1. I am Mike James. Students in Lagos State Public Schools have been awarded for using a technology-based platform, Dazzle app, to solve mathematics subjects in the junior secondary school GSS 3 category. Plaques were presented to 18 deserving students as district champions from the 6 education districts, with the 3 students emerging as state overall champions. From Barra Community Junior Secondary School, while exceptional teachers were identified and commended. Speaking at the State Award ceremony held at the Education Resource Center, Ojudu, Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Basic and Secondary Education, Abayomi Abolaji, explained that the essence of the event is to add more values to the teaching and learning, specifically on subjects like mathematics. Abolaji, who enjoined the students and teachers to leverage the artificial intelligence platforms to hone their skills, said the world has provided better platforms through science and technology to achieve future goals, and Lagos is happy to partner with such initiatives that will further boost learning and teaching process.
Given much is expected, so I want to charge our teachers that they now have a plethora of tools to tap from. Let them not relent. Let them always put themselves into teaching and learning, and our students also, let them put themselves into it, because it takes 2 to tango, like they say. If our teachers are ready and our students are not, learning cannot take place. And if the students are ready and the teachers are not there, then teaching will still be zero. But we want the effort to complement each other. While the teachers are ready, the students should be prepared. When the students are prepared, the teachers should also be ready. And I know the 2 groups are ready to take the challenge of teaching and learning in Lagos State.
The implementation partner to Dazzle in Nigeria, Wumi Tolu Alalade, said over 10,000 students across 100 schools in the 6 educational districts in Lagos have been using the app to solve mathematics questions and getting better learning outcomes in the last 15 months. Tolu Alalade explained that within one academic calendar year of 2023-2024, about 5 million mathematics questions have been solved by the students.
But going forward, beginning from next academic session, we have promised that we will be bringing the whole curriculum, JS1, 2, and 3. All will be put into consideration, and where the work is already ongoing at the back end, and questions will be shoveled. It will be more to solve, and of course, we'll be working with the Ministry of Education. Has been a wonderful of basic and secondary education has been the best that could ever happen, because now we can assess, like they've suggested, the Becker exam pool, their bank, and then we can infuse that into what we have. So I'm positive that will not be a concern going forward.
The NGO founder, Abdulhamid Haidar, who thanked Lagos State government for the opportunity to use technology in teaching students, said the technology, which is free of charge for the students as done in other continents, will help focus on improving math learning outcomes in low and middle income countries. The Mandate Secretary, Women Affairs, Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, Dayo Benjamin Lani, has commended the efforts of the Lagos State government towards poverty alleviation and empowering women to become economically independent. Speaking during a courtesy visit to the Ministry of Women Affairs and Poverty Alleviation, WAPA, Benjamin Lani said she and her team are in Lagos and working and understood the tour of some of the projects and programs of the ministry as it relates to women. She said Lagos has always been a pace setter and model state that everyone follows and learns from, applauding the various initiatives of Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu being implemented by WAPA. Welcoming the delegation to the ministry, the State Commissioner for WAPA, Bolaji Dada, said Governor Sanwo-Olu is a gender-friendly governor and has always been supportive of all the women-related programs, which are all targeted at eradicating poverty while empowering women financially. She said the ministry presently has 19 skills acquisition and 20 vocational centers, which are all tuition-free, where women are taught various skills, and upon completion they are empowered so that they can take off immediately. Some fueling stations across the country were shut on Friday as oil marketers expressed worry over the planned nationwide protest. Report from Abuja and neighboring states of Niger, Nasarawa, Kogi, Lagos and Ogun said this development led to fuel queues, resurfacing in outlets dispensing fuel and creating fears of impending fuel scarcity. This is coming as the Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, Oil, Heineken Lukbobiri, has called for calm, urging Nigerians to avoid participating in the proposed protest. On his part, Secretary of the Independent Petroleum Marketers Association of Nigeria, Abuja Suleja Mohammed Shuaibu, gave the reasons on the closure of retail outlets in parts of the country, saying some of the filling stations may not have products to dispense due to unavailability. Reports also said petrol was sold between 600 and 800 naira per litre. Minister of State for Environment Ishaq Salako says indicators from the National Gas Flare Tracker shows that Nigeria flared 148.7 million standard cubic feet of gas in the first 6 months of 2024. Salako said Nigeria's commitment to achieving a just transition to net zero emissions had garnered significant attention on the global stage. He noted that the commitment is evidenced by the establishment of frontline advocacy initiatives following the signing of the Just Transition Declaration and the announcement of the ambitious 2060 net zero goal in 2021 at the United Nations Climate Change Conference of Parties held in Glasgow. The minister lamented that most international oil companies are not responding to the Gabon's glass flare transparency and accountability, adding that operators in the Nigerian oil and gas sector have a responsibility to lead from the front to support the vision of the country to end gas flaring. Pharmacists have expressed concern about the increasing number of incomplete malaria treatments by patients in the country. They warned that this trend could lead to heightened resistance to medication and a surge in severe malaria cases. Consultant clinical pharmacologist and malaria scientist at the University College Hospital Ibadan, Oyo State, Michael Obaro, stated this on the sidelines of the 43rd Annual Conference of the Association of Community Pharmacists of Nigeria. Obaro lamented that over 60% of Nigerians discontinue oral medications while undergoing treatment, which he said remains a significant barrier to effective malaria management. He highlighted the importance of addressing poor adherence to medication use in malaria treatment, while explaining that one way to address poor patient adherence is by using antimalarials that come in soft gel capsules known for their enhanced bioavailability and patient-friendly properties. And in some foreign news, French rail company has warned that disruption from Friday's sabotage against the country's train network could last until the end of the weekend and affect hundreds of thousands more passengers. Junior Transport Minister Patrice Vergrit said around 250,000 people had been affected on Friday, while up to 800,000 could face delays and cancellations by Monday. He noted that disrupting holiday travels rather than Friday's Olympic opening ceremony was the most likely aim of the saboteurs. It will be recalled that coordinated arson attacks on 3 lines of the high-speed TGV network have caused chaos for travelers hours before the opening ceremony for the Paris Olympics. Prime Minister Gabriel Attal described the attacks as acts of sabotage. In sports news, Argentine footballer Lionel Messi will not play for Inter Miami as the defending League's Cup champions begin their repeat bid against Puebla. Miami coach Gerardo Martino, who stated this at press conference, said the 37-year-old striker suffered a right ankle injury in his nation's victory over Colombia in the Copa America final this month. Martino and Messi said Messi remains in a walk-in boot as he works with club trainers, but the ankle is getting better. And that was our news at 1, but just before we go, slow down at road junctions, intersections and pedestrian crossings. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms: X, Traffic Radio 961, Facebook, Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, Instagram, Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Subscribe and watch our news and programs live on YouTube, Traffic Radio 961. You can also visit our website, www.trafficradio961.ng. And did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration initiated 500 hectares rice farm technology intervention project? Well, you can get more details. It's on the Lagos State Government website, and for contact with the newsroom, send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. That ends the news broadcast. It was compiled by Adiwalu Lokboroku. Thank you for listening. My name is Mike James. Good afternoon.